Okay, we're back again. Once again, we're having a look at last night's result from United. Um, Wind and rain battering outside, stormy day. Golf course closed today. It looks like it's going to be closed tomorrow. If that continues, that'll be a problem as we'll not get golf this weekend again. But we had the United match last night, first midweek match in a long while for this team. And I'm asking the question, how can Amarim get any blame when he is trying to work with this squad? I've said this for quite a while. He wanted Emi Martinez for a goalkeeper and he got the inexperienced Lawrence, although I have to say he has been actually much better than what we had. Um, I mean, like it's like day and night between him and Onana. So, I'm quite happy with Lawrence at this stage and he seems to control his area quite well. We have no proper left centre back. We haven't got a proper win back. We wanted Baleba. We got no midfielder. We wanted a beast striker. We got the overrated Sesko, who's another one that got through our medicals. And then suddenly got a simple enough injury, an Oculus looking one. He's cracked for over a month. What's going on with our medical assessors and even more so our rehab department? How are we not getting these players back in there quicker? They all seem to be very pampered. We used to get kicks and knocks and we just got on with it. Now, if they get any touch at all, I think they injure themselves more falling than diving, so they do than actually getting tackled. We actually only have 5 players in the squad to my level, to my mind, that are at the right level. Delit in centre back, and he ended up picking up an injury before last night's game. Aiden Heaven was transported in when I thought Lenny Yoro was an obvious replacement to get him right back in there. He ended up coming on in the second half because Aiden Heaven's an experienced hold against Callum Wilson, and he collected nearly yellow and basically was under pressure for the whole of the first half. Mazarawi in right centre back, Casemiro as defensive midfielder. Yes, he's not my cup of tea. He's a bit, as I said yesterday, I think I said Bobber, I actually meant to say Marmite. You love him or you hate him. On there's certain nights I love him, there's other nights I hate him. Last night I loved him. He made some great interceptions, some great blocks. But at the end of the day, he's the best we've got in there at the minute, and we've got to live with that. But he's really caught for speed if there's space behind him. Bruno as a left attacking midfielder, he's not a centre midfielder. He's not a defensive midfielder. Please play him where he's really good and where he can have an impact on the game. And we seem to be shoveling players into places because we haven't got the players to actually play in the real place. Moembo at right attacking midfielder. He seemed to be more on the left last night, so he did, and a little bit out of sorts. Again, that's what's around him, I think, and some of the balls he's getting weren't great, but it wasn't really sticking to him last night. But I can't fault him on the season he's had with us. He's been a great addition to the squad. Ahmad, basically in the same role as Moembo. He definitely gets an honourable mention. He was very good last night. He's willing to take on players. He does a hell of a lot of work. And Mount, at 100% fit, has proven, I thought, against Crystal Palace, where he should be in the team all the time, realistically. And he didn't start last night. Bringing him on like we did isn't going to suit Mason Mount. He's not going to come in there and make an impact in a game that was as dead as last night. Really never got off the ground. Little spells as usual, but nothing. That's basically 5 to 7 players good enough to start in a team that could have ended up in top 5 last night if they'd won. Now, that says something about the league in itself, that we could still get top 5 with the squad we have and the stop-start kind of game that we play and the up-down kind of form that we show. And I have said this continually since the start of the season. We may pick up 1 or 2 players in January, but are they good enough players to really play in a Premier Division team? The reason anybody's getting anyone in January is because they've either fallen out with everybody in their own squad or they're not even getting started in their own squad anyway. And now the killer blow. Moemba, Mazarawi and Diallo are all leaving for the African Cup of Nations. Wow, if we can drop points with them in the team, what are we going to be doing with them out of the team? I think Amarim with the right players could easily get top 5 and have a shot at doing something in Europe, although he needs a lot deeper squad to go good in Europe. But the team shouldn't disappear into the wilderness like we have this season. The only thing we really have to play for is the Premier League, in a sense. Maybe we get an FA Cup run, maybe not. Losing early in the Carabao Cup was unforgivable because it leaves the, weaning in of younger players and all can't happen. You can't see what's below the main squad. And the Carabao Cup is a great place to do that. Last night was the first midweek game that this team has had in a long while. We should be going full tint for 90 plus minutes, no problem. I mean, like, we're not playing in Europe. We haven't got loads of games. We haven't got fixture backlog around. Instead, we start, stop. Then suddenly we try harder when the other team equalises, or worse still, goes in front. It just isn't good enough. So, what do you think we need to do to improve the squad, and who would you cut from the present one? Or is it the manager and his tactics? Let me know in the comments.